This is Korea News for June 8, 2022. Broadcaster MC Ding Dong, who is known to have fled after driving under the influence, was sentenced to 3 years in prison. At the decision trial for MC Ding Dong held at the 13th Criminal Settlement Court of the Seoul Northern District Court on the 7th, the prosecution requested a 3-year prison sentence for obstruction of the execution of special duties, violation of the Road Traffic Act, and obstruction of the execution of special duties. On this day, MC Ding Dong's side said, "We agreed with the victim police officer and the circumstances are not serious compared to other crimes involving obstruction of the execution of special duties. Since I am a broadcaster, I am afraid that all means of livelihood will be deprived if I commit a crime while drunk, so please consider the fact that I committed the crime," said. MC Ding Dong also shed tears in his final argument, saying, "I did not live a fair life, such as drunk driving and running away. I sincerely made a mistake. I will live with regret." Prior to this, MC Ding Dong was caught by the police near Hwol-gak-dong, Songbuk-gu, Seoul around 9:30 p.m. on February 17, but did not comply with the police's request to stop and ran into a police car and fled. He also went so far as to threaten the policeman. After a 4-hour chase with the police, his blood alcohol level was found to be 0.08%, which is the level of license revocation. In India, where gang rape cases occur frequently in public places such as buses, TV advertisements reminiscent of this situation have been broadcast and have caused controversy. The advertisement in question was eventually stopped from broadcasting on the 4th, but it is shocking just that it was produced as an advertisement with content that seemed to promote rape. On the 6th, foreign media such as CNN reported that as the controversial advertisement for men's body perfume spray in India stopped, criticism from Bollywood celebrities is pouring in. The controversial ad is a new TV commercial for the men's perfume brand Layer Shot, where a woman in a dress is shopping while dragging a cart, and 4 men look at the woman's back and say, "We are 4, and there is one. Who wants to do it?" There was a scene where he said. While the surprised woman looks back with a look of terror, what these men are looking at is not the woman's back, but the product on the shelf. However, after the advertisement was released, famous Indian actress Priyanka Chopra, Richard Chadha, Farhan Akhtar, and others poured out criticism, saying, "Satire demeaning rape, it's really shameful and disgusting. How is rape a joke?" Moreover, in India, there has been a recent case of a 17-year-old minor being gang raped by 5 men in the southern city of Hyderabad. India was infested with inappropriate advertisements. Swati Maliwal, chairman of the Delhi Women's Committee, said, "This advertisement clearly promotes sexual violence against women and the socially weak and promotes rape by men." Meanwhile, as the controversy grew, Layer Shot released a statement on the 6th and said, "I did not intend to offend anyone's feelings or emotions or upset women. It was not intended to promote any kind of culture that some people have misunderstood." In November 2020, Jo Min-ah, a former idol girl group who announced her surprise marriage by announcing her pregnancy before marriage, announced her divorce after a year and 6 months. It has been over a year since she gave birth to a son. Mina Jo, who has shared her personal circumstances from her marriage, pregnancy, and childbirth through her own personal social network service SNS, recently posted a post alluding to her domestic violence, and eventually appears to have reached the brink of bankruptcy. Her Jo Min-ah posted on her own social media account on her 7th, "Although she is being protected as an emergency interim measure, she is still suffering from her wounded past days and unresolved issues. She is looking for wise ways in front of the reality that she has suddenly become the head of the household, and she wants to get out of the unfortunate situation of carrying on her debts. She was thrown to the floor last May. She suffered from hyperventilation shock," she said, presumably being separated from her husband after her violent circumstances. She also hinted at her concerns about her debts that could come in her own name. He said, "I have to work to raise her son, so I hope there will be a reliable agency where we can work together happily." I don't have an agency, so I'm receiving broadcast requests right away, but I want to find a good company that gives me greed and I want to live my life well while being active. She also commented on the posts she shared on social media about her love for her husband and children, saying, "I didn't try to look reconciled, I lived to be reconciled. In order to protect the baby who was exposed to an unstable situation with me and raise it brightly and healthy, I had to live brightly. If I show her reality as it is, suddenly in reality I am holding on to as her mother." She was terrified that she would break down into a weak woman. Even during pregnancy, Jo Min-ah posted a difficult situation as if referring to her husband, explained it as not true, and uploaded it again as if implying something, explaining it again, or posting on social media in such a way as to argue with netizens. There is power. Meanwhile, Jo Min-ah revealed in her past broadcast that her husband, who had been a fan of her since her jewelry days, eventually started dating and registered the marriage 3 weeks later. Her husband is known to be 6 years older than her, who runs a fitness center. The two registered their marriage in September 2020, and gave birth to a son in June 2021. These days, a new filial piety trend that is enviable among the middle-aged has emerged. That is, the children are looking for trot singer Youngwon Lim's concert ticket. The ticket reservation site Yes24 will become unavailable just after 8 p.m. on the day of the reservation. This is because the ticket war in which middle-aged fans stopped what they were doing and mobilized their children as well as their children's friends to reserve tickets for the nationwide tour concert of Lim Youngwon, which started on May 6, begins. The concert ticket war, which was reserved for K-pop idols, has spread to the trot music market of middle-aged people. This is a phenomenon that occurred when singer Youngwon Lim, who gained popularity during the COVID-19 period, performed a full-scale face-to-face performance. For middle-aged fans in their 40s and older who are unfamiliar with the online reservation system, their children in their 20s and 30s joined in. This is the so-called reservation by proxy war. Tickets for the Incheon concert, which started at 8 p.m. on the 2nd, sold out all 26,000 seats in less than 10 minutes. It's not just this day. Previously, tickets to 4 cities, including Goyang, Changwon, Gwangju, and Daejeon, had a fierce battle for reservations, making it difficult to obtain cancellation tickets. The dissatisfaction of middle-aged and elderly people who are not good at using the internet has grown even more. One fan, Mr. Park, said, "I tried to make a reservation at the request of my acquaintances, but it was unsuccessful." Ticket resale, which is sold at a premium, is also popular. Dozens of articles appear on the second-hand trading site, Jungongnara, saying that if you type Lim Youngwon, you will transfer tickets. A VIP seat ticket, which cost 154,000 won per sheet, was sold at 300,000 won at twice the price. As rumors of money circulated, macro reservations through illegal programs are also on the rise. According to the Korea Import Automobile Association on the 7th, the number of newly registered imported passenger cars in May was 23,512, down 2.4% from the same period last year. Compared to the previous month, it increased by 1.9%. As of May of this year, cumulative sales were 108,314 units, down 10.9% from the same period last year. As for the number of registered units by brand, Mercedes-Benz and BMW took first and second places with 7,388 and 6,402 units, respectively. Mercedes-Benz decreased by 3.9% compared to the same period last year, while BMW increased by 2.3%. Mercedes-Benz ranked first in imported car sales for 4 consecutive months since February. Audi, 1,865 units, took third place, and Volkswagen, 1,182 units, took fourth place. Audi sales increased 77.5% from the previous month, and Volkswagen sales increased 39.6%. Mini, 1087 units, Volvo, 1015 units, Porsche, 702 units, Jeep, 591 units, Lincoln, 582 units, and Toyota, 480 units, formed the top 10 in the order. Tesla, which was not included in the statistics of the Korea Import Automobile Association, sold 1,880 units based on the Kaizuyu Data Research Institute. The best-selling imported car model was occupied by the Mercedes-Benz E-Class with 3,526 registered units. It was followed by BMW 5 Series, 1,748 units, Mercedes-Benz S-Class, 960 units, Audi A6, 840 units, and BMW 3 Series, 642 units. The best-selling trim is the Mercedes-Benz E350 4MATIC, 2,010 units. By fuel, sales of diesel and gasoline vehicles decreased compared to the same period last year, but hybrid and electric vehicles increased. Hybrid cars registered 7,014 units, a 4.8% increase, and electric vehicles registered 1,050 units, an 87.5% increase. Gasoline vehicles fell 1.9% to 11,456 units, and diesel vehicles decreased 0.1% to 3,101 units. Plug-in hybrid cars decreased by 56.4% to 891 units. The vice president of the Korea Imported Automobile Association said, the number of imported cars sold in May was similar to the previous month while the overall supply shortage continued due to the supply shortage of semiconductors. Thank you for watching today. Please like and subscribe.